Hi, folks. Welcome to the fourth marking period. Hard to believe, but we're there. I wanted to quickly do an update on the end of the third marking period and then the first module here of the fourth. So, students should have completed down through module 4 of the course. I've had some emails from students who didn't get that far asking what to do. And I've sent a message out to students, and I just want to remind you guys as well. Students have to complete all the work that was supposed to be due for the third marking period before they'll have access to the fourth marking period or module 5 here. So even if they're all the way back here in module 2, let's say, they'll have to finish module 2, then do everything from module 3, module 4, and then finally module 5 will appear. I don't take points off. There's no late assignments per se. However, they need to make sure that they get caught up and then stay on track. And sometimes that's the difficult part. So if you're unsure of how that works or you have any uncertainty there, please let me know. Send me a message and I'll get back to you. Up here in the introductory work folder, and then in this click here, there is that pacing guide. I showed this at the beginning of the course. I'll show it again. We're here in the fourth marking period now. This is kind of the pacing that students should try to follow. So if you see, it has them wrapping everything up here a little bit before the end of the school year. All right. And I've set it for the end of May, giving me a couple days there at the end, just if there are a couple late assignments to trickle in, things like that. Again, this is just a pacing guide, it's not deadlines. However, if they can stay on track here and they can follow these dates, it should set them up to get done in plenty of time in the course. Back to the course itself, module 5, I kind of showed a little bit of an introduction to it last video, but this is all the materials that are found here. When physics meets biology, it's an ed puzzle. It's kind of an interesting thing. It talks all about things in vehicles and how physics really has a huge impact on the way we drive and what happens in a car. This is an overview of what the natural laws are that we're talking about. Checking tire tread. Students are going to do a penny test in a vehicle at home. Take a penny, you stick it between the tread of the tire, and based upon how much of Lincoln's head you can see, tells you basically if you have enough tire tread or if it's getting low. All right, one of the most basic things we can do to help with traction is make sure our tires are good shape tread wise and air wise. I'm not going to have them get an air pressure gauge and stuff out, but checking your tires is really important. This gives them a little heads up to that. This stopping distance, there's 2 videos they watch and they can break down stopping distance. And it's kind of an interesting part. We have a whole bunch of things that are occurring that leads to our vehicle coming to a stop. The first thing we'd have to do is we have to see it with our eyes and realize, oh, I need to stop. From there, our reaction time comes into play. How fast can I go from knowing I need to stop to having my foot on the brake pedal? And then braking distance is from the time you start to apply the brakes till you come to a stop. Put it all together, we call that total stopping distance. And this kind of breaks down that process. And then the last one here, we have a video where there's a lot of modern safety equipment that's in vehicles, automatic braking, things of that nature. They're going to watch and learn some of the information about what's going on in our vehicles. And one of the questions on there is kind of a thinking part of what could you potentially see in the future from vehicles to make us safer. So I've had in past students say things like 4-point harness for a seatbelt instead of just a traditional seatbelt. There's a wide variety of things there. There's an assessment at the end. They need to get at least 8 out of 10 questions correct before they move on to number 6, module 6. If you have questions, if you're unsure of anything, let me know. Have a good week.